Welcome back, everybody. I don't recall if I announced it in my last video what it was I was going to be doing this week, but if I did, then good for you, because I don't remember if I announced it. I knew that there was going to be something being done. I think I did announce it, but I don't remember, so I'm not even going to feel like too big of an idiot because I'm excited. It arrived. They arrived literally within just a few minutes ago. I was cleaning off my workstation and I saw the FedEx truck pull up, and I was like, woohoo, it's here. So, box, hood open, box, hood open. I don't typically do this, but let's do an unboxing video. See what I got. Beforehand, I even got all the tools lined up that I was going to need, but let's make sure these things aren't broken or anything, because that would really suck. I feel that, yes, it's a necessary upgrade. I have two concerns that I'll share with you as soon as I reveal what these actually are. Oh, that's heavy. Sets you off to the side. Here it is. A thing of beauty. I'm telling you right now. Absolutely awesome. I actually had it upside down, so guess I got a little overly excited. So now that we know what's in here, I have the option of, we all saw that I have a different grill here, and it has 3 amber lights in it that I currently have hooked up to the parking lights. So like when you open the door, parking lights come on, the lights come on. I now have the option to have those 3 lights on there run with the daytime running lights that these new ones have. This truck isn't equipped with that, but I know what fuse to tap into to make them daytime running lights. So do I keep it the way it is, or do I hook up these 3 lights now also to work with the DRLs? It'd be very easy to tap into those. So what do I do? First thing we got to do, though, is kind of get this thing ready to go. And what I mean by that is they have these little sticker things covering the holes that you got to remove, or you're not going to get your bulbs and stuff put in there. So they're going to be on all of them. Very sticky stuff, good Lord. And I honestly wasn't sure what kind they were going to send, because I looked at so many different kinds. And these should accept, they better accept the bulbs that I just put in, the LED bulbs. Looks like they do. Looks like this one was missing a sticker, so I wonder where that is laying. It's really cold out today, just so you guys know. It snowed. We had our first somewhat snowfall, and yeah, right now there's a calm before the next storm because we got another one coming tonight. So today was kind of a mix of sunshine and clouds. So let me get this stuff put aside, get you guys a little closer so you can see. So these must be for the daytime running lights. These plug into the current light sockets that the truck already has. And what I mean by that is there's no bulb really to pull out or put in here, if that makes any sense. The bulb, when it goes in there, well, I don't know. I'm going to have to pull this apart and have a look-see. But I'll set you guys up on this table. So I pretty much got the truck parked in the worst possible place because it's dripping from the roof. But anyway, if you guys don't really recall, there's only three bolts that take the headlights out. One here, and one right down there where that shiny thing is. Now, I didn't have that one there or that one down there on both sides. So I replaced them, and they're not quite right, but they're going to work. But they work. Hopefully they come out. So all you do is remove those, pull it forward, and it comes out. And like I said, that bottom one, it's a different kind of bolt, so it's got a different bolt head on it. But normally, here should be 10 millimeter. So I think the other ones that I put in there, I think it's a 10 or 11, I should say. Not that one, it should be this one. Let's hope it comes out because they went in kind of weird. Yep, came out. Just don't want to drop it. Or the big fender washer I used to keep it in there. Well, let's do it without breaking too many things. Hopefully that doesn't go anywhere. That was in there pretty good. Okay, so now that those are out, like I said, you just grab it, pull it towards you, unhook all the wiring. Thing can be stubborn. Quite stubborn. It should just pop right out of there. So I'm going to enlist the aid of a flathead screwdriver, which I know I shouldn't do, but did that pull it out enough? Good Lord. Why you want to make a liar out of me? Oh, I see. I see. my fender thingy, when I screwed in, I caught it. Oh, that ain't good. Could only happen to me though, you know. So let's get that out of there. All right, so I got to back this one out. Good enough. Now this should come right out of there. Just like that. And like I said, you got some wiring back here to disconnect. Some harnesses. Get all these out of there. If it lets you. That goes down. Let's disconnect you. After the one that I broke. So, okay. Just like that, that comes out of there. I have a feeling that I did ruin, or this fan does not work on this LED bulb. H13, I'm going to set you aside. Got to do this anyway. Take that off, make this extended, then we go back to the vehicle. There's a nice little place to shove wiring up here in this corner. There's one. Where's the other one? There you are. Stay. Don't want that to come back through on me. So then we got this light. How does that come out of there? Okay, let's not worry about you yet. Let's take this, hook it back up to where did that little one go? Hook this one in. Ooh, you're about ready to go. Yep, water dripping on you. It feels great. You're the big one, so you go here. And what's the deal with this guy? Gotta figure him out. Does it not just go in there? I'm almost thinking no, that it has to go in there, but that box came with no instructions. So what happens if I just see what things look like when this is off? That'll tell me a lot. Fuck. Well, that's broken. Should never really do this in cold weather. Yeah, that doesn't look like it goes in there at all. No way. So, let me just see about putting that in here. Putting that back in. I do have this weird insistence that this is going to go in upside down, don't I? Remember when I tell you guys that if I'm going to do something wrong, I'm going to really do it wrong? Here we go again. I'm not sure what that's all about. This makes me wonder if I'm going to have to watch a video, because I don't know what the hell some of these are doing. Not even joking. Stay there. Take this, plug it into the original harness. Trying to figure out what that thing's for. Then this big guy goes down in here, and I can't figure out what that's for. Where are you? Okay, so there's two dealios happening here. Gotta line them up like so. Come on. Something off here. One is going fine. No, let's not get too pissy here. It's usually when I really make mistakes is when I get angry. This one's here. Let's see about leaving it there for a little bit. Don't move. And when I say that, it means I'm going to push on something and plastic is going to break. So what's the difference here? This has them. It's got the same thing. There. Remember when I said, let's not push on anything? I definitely would have broke something. Okay, I can put this in. And let's make sure that I'm going to have lights at least. Right, there's one hell of a gap there. Yikes. I don't know about that one. Lights are on. Lights are on. Why can't I see anything there though? Something is not right down there. Might be time to say cut and do some research, because I can't find what's causing that to not want to do anything. What is that wire for? Okay, so now I got to figure this out, guys. I will be back in a little while, do my research, figure out what that wiring is for and why that one side is a little weird. All right, I'll be back. All right, so research is done. Now I know what that is for, so let me show you on here. Since I pushed the wiring back into here because I didn't know, you pull the light bulb out of the socket from that harness and that plugs into it. So now that I know that, back to it, plug that into the harness. Now, before anything else, put that back together. Now that I understand what I did wrong, I'm going to try the other side. And if that other side works, then yeah, I messed it up. There. All right, guys, I'm gotten almost no real information for you. I don't understand what the point is at this moment in time. I'm going to bring you in close in just a moment here. Maybe you guys will see what I'm talking about, because the lights are working. The issue is they're working almost incorrectly. You're not the one I'm looking for. You're the one. Put this back on it. All right, so here's the weirdness. Prior to these lit up when you opened the door and functioned as normal parking lights. Honestly, I don't recall ever seeing these work. So maybe those bulbs are burnt out. Anyway, so maybe these bulbs are burnt out. They almost looked like they were to me. And I'm pretty sure. But now, anyway, backing up. But now, it's like they only work with blinkers and they blink really fast. That doesn't make any sense. Why would something change like that? Because nothing else is going to indicate parking lights up front. Just the daytime running lights. So I know the second I move that thing, that wire is going to come out of there. So I got to deal with that. I'll be back in a little while, guys. I got to get that working. All right, so I'm back. Got the wiring thing figured out. Got it done. So in order to make the daytime running lights work, I was told that I have to tap into fuse number 77, which is right there. So I got to put both power wires that I have sitting here like that. This over here, wrapped around here so it wouldn't get messed up on me. Pull those over here. Yes, I'm going to have to add line to them. That's not a big deal. And I did decide that I'm going to tie those lights into the daytime running lights. So I'm going to do this wiring quick and I'll show you what I've done. I'll be right back. Okay, so got the wiring done. That's how they look. So the wiring, I just ran it up along under here. Got it in here, tied into that number 77 fuse. Then I just zip tie things together. And yes, I did wire those to come on with the running lights. So there's my upgrade. Let me go and turn the lights off so you can just see the coolness of shit going on. There, now it's not being obscured. All right, so that's done. Scale of 1 to 10 for hardness. I would call it a 4. Wiring, not that hard. I did have to go onto YouTube to see which fuse you tap into. But I'm here to tell you, it makes all the difference in the world when you got people out there that share these things. And I want to basically say, yeah, look, if I can do something like this, so can you. There it is. What's going to be next? My wife was kind enough to allow me to keep going with my project. And oh, hold on, I'll show you that on the way back through. But my next will be taillights. Already got them on order, so they're coming. Looks like I'm going to lose that. Should probably... Looks like this is not holding very well anymore. Take it off before I lose it. So... put that in there for now. So here's another addition. I see that I really gotta do some trimming. There's a lot of air bubbles in here. But I got these on the side of the door now. Good old Michael Myers. One there. One there. So it's coming along, guys and girls. Let me shut this off. So now we know what's coming up next. They're already on order. They will be in, I think, by Friday. So I'm off Friday and Saturday, so hopefully I can get them done on Friday when they get here. So having said that, that's the end of this video. If you guys have questions about how I did that, sorry, I kind of had to stop it and, go places because I'm a moron and, well, I didn't have it. I broke one, and all I did was stick that wire back in there. Pushed it in and kind of bent the whole wire back on itself a little bit and then wrapped it up with tape, so hopefully it doesn't move. I guess if it stops working, I know that the fix was a failure. Hopefully it stays good. So anyway, here's the new front end of my F-150. Coming together very, very, very nice in my opinion. I'm glad I went with the black, but I wanted to keep that chrome. I didn't really care for the blacked out. I am very, very, very pleased with the way this is turning out. Till next time, hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Mine was quiet. Till next time, remember that your projects aren't going to work unless you do. Have a good night.